Morning, everybody. Um, we're going to do one more day of some math skills today, some fraction skills, and then next week I want to just start doing word problems. You guys know all kinds of stuff. You can add, subtract, multiply, divide. You can simplify. You know, improper fractions. So I just want to do one more day of skills, and then next week, like I said, word problems. We're going to start to put all those skills together. Okay. All right, let's go through a few and then you're going to be on your own. 87 hundredths minus 4 tenths. Well, I'll tell you what you guys would have done at one point. 83 and 90, right? Is that the right answer? No, you can't add or subtract unless you have what? Common denominator. So this is out of 100, this is out of 10. These are big slices. These are really small slices, okay? So instead of doing that, what if we made it so they have the same denominator on both sides? Well, I think the trick is actually, if you times this by 10, you add a 0. And whatever you do to the bottom, you got to do to the top. Now I can do this. 87 minus 40 is 47, right? And if it's a common denominator, the denominator stays the same. So 47 out of 100 is the right answer. What are you going to do here? You do it on your own. Yep, add a 0 here, add a 0 here. Because you're really just timesing this by 10, times this by 10. Now you have 20 out of 100 plus 19 out of 100. You can type that into your calculator. And the denominator stays the same, okay? All right. Which fraction is equal to 8.09? You know what? This is a good one to have that calculator for. So I gotta have 8.09. Let's check this one. Let's check each one, all right? Let me see if I can turn 9 tenths into a decimal. How about 9 divided by 10? 0.9, right? Oh, don't forget the 8. I'm gonna add the 8 whole pizzas. 8.9. So I'm gonna jot that down. Is that the right answer? Nope. Eliminate it. All right, how about 9 divided by 100? 0.09 plus 8. 8.09, is that right? Yeah, it looks good. Should I even look at these other, should I really even bother looking at these? Oh yeah, because what if we made a mistake here, right? So I like this one so far, but I gotta check everything, okay? All right, 8 out of 100 is 0.08. If I add the 9, 9.08. But that's kind of close, isn't it? 9.08 versus 8.09. I think they want you to choose that one. But we know better, right? All right. I know that 8 out of 10, I think, is 0.8. If I add those 9 whole pizzas, 9.8. So I showed all my work here, guys. I showed this is the right answer. I also showed these are wrong, 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 okay? A good tip to use, check everything, okay? All right, let's go back to a little bit of adding and subtracting. 3 1/8 plus 2 1/2. What does that equal? Well, I can't add unless I have common denominators. So how about I go with the eighths, because it's always better to use the bigger denominator. What if I take this and times it by 4, times it by 4? I think I get 4 out of 8. So if I add them together now, let's just add the whole numbers. 3 plus 2 is a big 5. 1/8 plus 4/8. 5/8. 5 and 5/8, okay? Let's do this over here. 1 3/4 plus 3 2/4. Well, let's see, 1 plus 3, it's a big 4. 4 whole pizzas. 3/4 plus 2/4. Well, I have common denominators, so I can add those up. And the common denominator stays the same. That's a little weird, though. 5/4. What do we call it? That's an improper fraction, right? Let's see if we can turn it into something else. Well, I think that if I take 4 out of 4 slices away, I'd have another pizza, right? So if I take these 4 slices away, I'm going to have 5 whole pizzas, and I'm going to have 1 left over, and it's still going to be a quarter. So 5 1/4. That's the simplest form that I'm looking for, okay? All right, 4 4/8 plus 4 4/8. 4 plus 4 is 8, right? 4 and 4. I have my common denominator, so I can go 8 out of 8. Well, I think if I called Genova's and I said I want 8 8/8 pizzas, I think they'd say, sir, we'll get you 9 pizzas. Because that's a whole pizza, isn't it? You have all 8 out of 8 slices, so it's a whole pizza. So that's simplified now, okay? 3 minus 1/8. It's kind of like you're back at the pizza place. They have 3 whole pizzas, but you just want 1 slice, right? Do they have enough to give you? Yeah, they got 3 whole pizzas. All right, this is my favorite math tool. You ready for this one? I may have shown you this one before. What's that? It's a pizza cutter. We got to slice up 1 whole pizza and turn it into slices. So instead of 3 whole pizzas, why don't we make it 2 whole pizzas? What kind of slices? Well, we need 8s because they want 1/8 of a pizza. So let's say the third pizza, it's all there. It's a whole pizza. So it's 8 out of 8 slices. Okay? So the pizza cutter says, all right, let's just slice this thing up. And now we have still 3 pizzas, but now we can take a slice away. So we're going to have 2 whole pizzas, and 8 minus 1 is 7 out of 8. Okay? One more, let's do it together. 8 3/9. Well, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to add or subtract. What's wrong with that? Put it in simplest form. What can we do with 3/9? Divide by 3, divide by 3. We still have 8. But now we have 8 1/3. Okay? All right, guys. Do these 5 here on the bottom. Show me how you do it and submit. And like I said, next week, we're going to start using all these skills that you guys have and start trying those word problems, okay? All right, send those in today and have a great weekend. I'll see you on Monday.